Hey guys, it's Jamie Pfeffer back with you again today for another pick a card reading. And this pick a card reading, we are going to find out what is coming in for you for the week of June 15th. If you're interested in finding that out, you are definitely going to want to stick around for this reading. Okay, so I'm so excited. I'm really excited to be back with you guys. I so appreciated all of the really positive comments last week. So thank you so much. That means the world to me. And it's so helpful because I know that people are actually resonating with what I'm putting out there. So thank you so much for commenting. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, you definitely want to subscribe and make sure that you do leave a comment if you're interested in being put into any of my contests. I love doing contests. I love giving stuff away. I really do. I love giving stuff away. One of the things that I love to do is to find stuff, especially if I can find it like on sale. I get really excited about that, but it doesn't really matter. But I love finding things, and like whether it's, cool things for self-love or self-care practices or crystal bracelets I've talked about. I've got some new ones that I just ordered that are coming in from a shop called Divinity LA. I love their stuff. A lot of their stuff has animals on it, so I enjoy doing that. I love giving out meditations that I've created. I created about like 10 or 11 meditation albums that I have that I created back between 2014 and 2018. And I love sharing these with people. I do sell them on my site, but I really love just looking at the comments a couple days after I've done the video and just giving them out as free gifts. I just think it's so cool. It's like kind of a way of philanthropy. So make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment though if you are interested in winning something. Okay, so back to your reading. We're looking at the energies for June 15th through June 22nd. And if you do happen to come across this video at a different time, it's completely okay. It's totally okay. Personally, I get a lot of guidance from different readings on YouTube, and I have for a while. And sometimes something will come up for me, like it's June now, but like something in November might come up for me that is so applicable. So it's okay. It's timeless. Even though I am saying it's for June 15th, it is timeless if you happen to come across it at any other time. So I wanted you guys to know that. Okay, so here are the stacks for this coming week. And we have stack A right here, and this includes a bumblebee jasper. Stack B right here is with the green fluorite. And stack C right here is snowflake obsidian. If you've never done a pick a card reading before, no worries. All you need to do is just look at these cards here and see, is one of the piles speaking to you? Is it catching your attention more than one of the other ones? And select that pile. And if more than one of them is calling your attention, that's completely fine too. You can select as many as you want. And in the description box below, I always try to put the comments in. If I do forget, it's a mistake. I forgot, but I really do strive to do it. It does take me some time to edit the videos, and I do have young children. So when I do record the videos, it's like I have to find the perfect time where my husband's not here, my kids are occupied with something. I mean, they're not that young. They're almost 12 and 7, almost 8. But anyways, I don't edit the videos right after because I also run my own business and then I've got a family. So I might edit the videos later, and sometimes I forget to do the timestamps. If I do, it's an error and I will get to it as soon as possible. Anyways, you should be able to find the timestamps there. But if for some reason they're not there, you can always just scroll forward in the video and see. I try to put up slides like when I'm doing B and C, so that you can kind of get an idea. Anyways, if you need to, pause the video and select the card that is calling the most to you, and then go down below, find the timestamps, and then go down below, find the timestamp, and then you can forward to your reading, okay? All right, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, stack A, welcome to your stack. I'm so excited for you, and I've got to tell you right off the bat, Bumblebee Jasper is such an awesome stone, and it is for the solar plexus, and it's for power. This is a stone of power. So yellow is the color of the solar plexus. That is your psychic gut. I personally am doing a lot of work on this chakra right now. It is your center of power. It really is. So the bumblebee jasper is a great stone. I will put a link to this below. You do have to be careful because it does have some toxic elements in it. So you don't want to get this and then be like putting your hands in your mouth and all that kind of stuff. It isn't going to hurt you to carry it in your pocket though. As far as I know, I'll say that. I carry stones, and another thing, I carry lots of stones with me. I often have multiple bracelets on too. There's some people that, ask questions of, can I mix stones together? Is it okay? Will the stones get mad? Like, I don't think in terms like that. I don't think of the stones as getting mad ever. I think that the stones are here to help us and to uplift our vibration. So that's my take. I don't have any problem wearing multiple stones together, as you can tell. And this is a citrine, by the way. So this kind of reminds me, this is a citrine ring that my husband got me a couple years ago for our anniversary. Bumblebee jasper has a lot of properties like that. With this yellow, it's all about power. So this is a stone of acceptance. This is a stone of going after things. This is a stone of, boldness and really just standing in your own power and being empowered. So I think of, some of the protests that are going on right now, and I think of this is an empowered bunch of people. And I think the energy that has really taken over the United States and the world is a very empowered energy. It's like we've reached a tipping point and we're moving forward. We're going towards the positive. So that's what this stone is about. It's really about the sun. It's about brightness. It's about light. It can also be quite masculine because there's masculine and feminine energies. Everybody has masculine and feminine energies, and the masculine is the active, going after the thing, being very direct, whereas the feminine energy is characterized as being passive, waiting, receiving. So that's Bumblebee Jasper for you. All right, let's take a look at your cards. Wow. Okay, here you go. So right out of the gate, your first card is the Star. This is beautiful. And Jophiel. This is awesome. Okay, Archangel Jophiel. So a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So if you've been going through something difficult, I really want to tell you that this is the card of hope. That's what this card is about. And you see this star here. Wow, this is gorgeous. So you may be a starseed like me. I am a Syrian starseed, and I found that out probably 4 or 5 years ago. Google that if you're not familiar with that, what that means. But you'll also see she's pouring out these jugs of water. So water stands for intuition, and it stands for emotions. So wow, and then there's like this beautiful magenta halo around her. So this is gorgeous. If you are going through any difficulty right now, this is really telling you to absolutely do not give up, because along with this, like, you are being asked right now to use your power, to stay in your power, to stay determined, and to persevere, because amazing things are coming for you. And I jumped off of it, but Jophiel is actually the angel of beauty. And what Jophiel does, you can call on Jophiel to come into your mind and beautify your thoughts. So I always think of Jophiel with the yellow, and she just beautifies your thoughts. She's like sunshine for your mind. So there's that. And then your next card, your next card is Strength. So number 11, if you're familiar with the numbers at all, this is really about, keep a positive mindset because your thoughts are manifesting rapidly. I see the lion on this card, of course, right away. So you could be a Leo, or you could be in a relationship with a Leo or somebody that has Leo in their chart. Even if you know your sun sign and your moon sign and your rising sign, you still may not know all the rest of your stuff. Like, I have a Leo midheaven. I never knew that. I didn't know what that meant until probably 2 years ago. So I do have a little Leo in me as well. Just keep it in mind. I see this white dove up here, or at least it looks like a dove. So that's about peace. You can see that it's carrying something that's a number 8 on its side. So that's infinity. This card, strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. So you see the sun back here, and this reading is all about the sun. The sun is coming out for you. hang in there if you've been struggling with something, because even though challenges are so hard, everything contributes to who we are as a person. Everything contributes to it. So even challenges, even dark times, even the worst things that have ever happened in our lives, they have created, or they have molded us into who we are today. And I'm not trying to take away anything. I'm not trying to take away or lessen or minimize. With time, it is easier to see, wow, that did help me become who I am today. So that's what I'm getting to. And this is just about having your strength. She's sitting here with a lion next to her. She's got this lion tamed. So it's really about staying in your strength, staying in your power, and also, through kindness and grace. Grace was very difficult for me to understand, because for a long time, I thought that I had to do something to be worthy. I thought that I had to perform or accomplish something, or so many, that type of thing. But I didn't realize that I'm worthy of grace. I'm worthy of everything just because I am. So that's what this card is asking you to do. And these are both major arcana cards. So if you're not familiar with the tarot, the major arcana are these are like major lessons in your life that you're going through right now. This is a spiritual lesson that you're dealing with. Okay, next. Wow. Okay, so you've got 2 9s coming up next. This is beautiful. You've got the 9 of Gabriel first. So this is traditionally the 9 of Wands in traditional tarot. Yeah, just like I've been saying, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So I really see here this farmer that's been, it kind of looks like his field might be a little bit barren. In the traditional 9 of Wands, the person has got all these wands on their back and they're really tired. But the good thing is that the 9 is the end. You're really close to the end of a cycle. You're very, very close to completing a cycle. I was like bringing it closer because there was something right here that looked like either a heart or a bird. And I think it's just part of the card, part of the cloud, but it looks like a heart to me. So this card also has a ton of green in it, and that's Archangel Raphael. That's all about your heart chakra. So I'm reminded of the forgiveness that it was talked about in the first card, in the last card, and I feel like this is asking you to forgive yourself. It's okay for you to have needs. It's okay for you to balance out what you're doing in your life. It's okay for you to take breaks. I feel like you've really been through it. You've really been giving something your all. And it's just so important that you know that right after the 9 comes the 10. And when you have the 10, you have the completion. So you're very close. So stay determined. Also, the orange here, this is about the sacral chakra, which is below the solar plexus. So you're definitely working with the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. And now I know with 9 of Raphael, you're also working with the heart chakra, which we talked about in that last card. So this is a beautiful card. This is about your wishes coming true. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time. A joyful time of life. So you'll see he's like on this beach that's like this gorgeous paradise, and he's a genie. He's holding a lamp. So these even look like little fairies to me. So what I'm hearing for you is now would be a great time for you to manifest. And just like I said in this card, which we can't really see, I see my camera's a little bit down. Okay. So just like I said here with the 1-1, that's about keeping your thoughts positive. So you're in a manifesting energy. It's really important that you keep things balanced, you relax yourself, and then also make some wishes. And, this is so great. Let me know below if you select this one. I have an awesome meditation that is called 3 Wishes, and it's a guided meditation. It's like 10 or 15 minutes long, but I guide you through making wishes. And so if you're not familiar with manifestation, you've got to get into the feeling state of it. And most people just don't think like that. They're reactive. They react to everything that's going on in their life instead of being proactive. So this meditation, the 3 Wishes, I will mention this below. It helps you. I just guide you right through how to do it. And you imagine what you want to occur in your life. It's so beautiful. So, oh my gosh, you have great cards. This is awesome. You're going to have a great week. So your next card is the Queen of Raphael, and Raphael stands for cups. This is, you're definitely, my guess is that you're empathic. You could be a healer. You've got these dolphins here, so that's about play. Dolphins are also very gentle. They're very intelligent. The Queen of Raphael is the Queen of Cups. So she is kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. So this says, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So that's what this is. I'm giving you trustworthy psychic information. I'm also drawn to the starfish here. And starfish cannot see. They sense. So I said you could be empathic, you could be clairsentient. What I mean by that is that you feel things. You have psychic sensors. You feel other people's feelings and emotions, and you may absorb them. It is very important, if you're empathic, that you replenish yourself, and so you do not go into empathic fatigue. It's really important that you show that loving, nurturing, kind energy that you give to others also to yourself. I also feel like right here on the card, like the negative space behind it reminds me of a heart. So I feel like you're going to be getting a big heart awakening this week. Okay, beautiful. So all of these cards are really going well together. And the Four of Michael, this is like the Four of Swords. And so what does it say? It says, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So exactly what I was just saying. Instead of giving so much to other people, it's so important that you take time to rest. I mean, you see her getting in nature. That's what I'm really getting from this card. Getting in nature, and now you can see the rays of the angels, or even just doing a nature-inspired meditation. Listening to nature sounds will really help you. But you're going to have a great week. This is awesome. Let's see what your last card is. Okay, distraction. So it's saying control your thoughts and actions to help you stay focused. So, and there's the fairy, just like I said. So just like I said before, you want to make sure that you are not, you could be like me and have kids. You could have grandchildren around you. Not that they're a distraction, but I think that so many of us, especially that have this Queen of Cups energy, we just want to keep giving and giving and nurturing everyone, and we forget about ourselves. We forget about the inner child that's within us, right? Because we think other people need us, other people need our help. And what this is saying is make sure that you give to yourself, and maybe that is like meditating in the morning and then midday, like actually sitting down and eating lunch instead of standing there and eating. Like I find myself doing that sometimes. I've got some really great articles on my blog too, like easy ways to meditate. You can bless your water. Like you can do little things like that. You can take, 5 minutes in the morning and do some loving affirmations for yourself. You can take a 5-minute, I have a great blog article on my website about meditating when you don't have time. And it's like, one of them is like doing something right before dinner, but it's like you can include your whole family if you need to or want to. And it's a great practice. I've done it with my kids. It's been fantastic. I'm really drawn to all these flowers, so you might want to buy yourself some flowers. I feel like maybe getting yourself a bouquet of flowers would be beautiful, or putting a flower in your hair, or just doing something for yourself. Like I love this vibrancy and all these colors. These are beautiful. The roses signify Mother Mary, and that is an unconditionally loving and nurturing energy. So you are going to have a fantastic week. Anybody who chose Stack A, please go down below and leave me a comment and let me know how everything goes for you and what you thought of this reading. But you're really doing some great work on your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, and your heart chakra. So those are typically considered masculine chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. The heart is the bridge. And then you have the upper chakras, which are considered the feminine chakras. So those would be the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Have a great week. I love doing these readings for you, and I can't wait to see your comments. Okay, bye. Hey, Stack B. I'm so happy to do this reading for you. I'm just going to jump right in. I'm so excited. So if you chose this stack, you chose this beautiful green fluorite point. And I'm trying to get it in focus here. Doesn't really want to, but green fluorite is so gorgeous. And typically when I think of fluorite, I think of organization. It's really good for organization, but it's also, green fluorite is really good for the heart chakra. And green fluorite can be really good for healing your heart chakra. So if you've had anything coming up in your heart, you may want to get yourself a piece of green fluorite. And I will leave a link below for this. And let's jump into your reading and see which cards you have. Okay, Justice, beautiful. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor, don't give up. So you could be a Libra, or you could have Libra in your chart, or you might be dealing with someone who's a Libra. This is really reminding me of what's going on with all of the protests. So you could have something in your life about equality. You may not feel equal in some respect, or maybe in the past you haven't felt equal, but now you're starting to feel equal. So that's really beautiful. This is gorgeous. And I love this purple here. That's all about spirituality, higher vibration. It's a much higher vibration. So that's gorgeous. And those are the scales. Let's see what else. Okay, so you also have the 8 of Ariel. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So this actually was upside down when I pulled it. So I'm actually thinking that you've got the training that you need. And if you're holding off because you don't feel like you have enough training, I'm hearing for you to just go for it. You also, I'm noticing all of these books here. So I don't know if some of you feel like, if you're doing some kind of writing, I think that would be a really good thing for you to do. If you're thinking about writing a book or writing articles or doing something, this is really saying it's your time. You don't need to wait any longer. You don't need to get any more information. You're good to go. So there's that. And that is typically the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, wow, beautiful. So your next card is the 4 of Gabriel, and this is the 4 of Wands. So this is typically called the 1111 card. So make sure that you keep your thoughts positive because they are manifesting rapidly. The 4 of Wands, so this is a minor arcana card, just like the 8 of Ariels is a minor card, meaning that this isn't like earth-shattering stuff, but there could be some type of a celebration. You could be coming together with a soulmate or twin flame or romantic interest. I'm seeing a castle here. So my grandmother actually comes to me in castles, and it means success. So you are going to have success in whatever this is. And I love the angel right here. Okay, and also it reiterates what I said for the last one, which is time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. So I feel like with this, you don't need to do any more learning. You've done a lot of hard work. And even if you're like, no, I still need to, I'm going to become a doctor and I still have to get this other qualification. Well, of course, then you can't go out and start working on people. But what they're saying is give yourself a break. Celebrate yourself. This could just be with you. Celebrate yourself, especially if you're not somebody who typically does that. If you celebrate everybody else in your life, but you don't really celebrate you, it's time to include yourself in on that. It is really time. And I'm also noticing these pink flowers. They look like roses. Or they could be peonies, which I also love. And either way, this is about kindness, gentleness. This is about unconditional love. So bring that in for yourself. It's the same pink as this card, which is beautiful. Okay, gorgeous. Archangel Chamuel. So Chamuel is the archangel of inner peace. And also, like this card says, embrace healthy relationships. So I do feel like this is about you. And the Justice card could be about you. It could be about justice for you. Maybe you're done working so much. Maybe you've worked so hard for your whole life. It's time to recognize how amazing you are. Just for being you. You're different, but everybody's different. It's just like we're seeing in the protests. Like skin color doesn't matter. The color of your hair doesn't matter. Whether you have, whether you're 80 or you're 17 or you're 65 or you're 32, everyone's amazing. Everyone's amazing. Everybody has something different to bring to the table. And yeah, it's like you might be getting justice for yourself, within yourself. You might have, I'm really feeling like there's some inner child work that's been going on here, or you're really starting to realize your own value. So embrace healthy relationships. That starts with yourself. And I'm seeing this orange here. That's all about the sacral chakra, and that's what this is as well. And the sacral chakra is the place of manifesting. It's the place of creativity, but it's also the place where addictions can lie or codependency. Oftentimes, if we don't feel worthy, we have some type of a wound in the sacral chakra. So this is really telling me to tell you, really be gentle with yourself. And you might not know how to heal your sacral chakra, but you probably know intuitively what to do. So if you've thought about that, carnelian is a great stone for the sacral chakra. That's this stone right here. And I can definitely put a link to this below. Yeah, I feel like you're really getting ready to soar out of old patterns and old limiting beliefs that you had to work super hard for everything that you had, and people wouldn't love you for who you are, or maybe you dim your light. Like, I'm kind of feeling that too, and I'm really drawn to this hematite angel right now, and that's about all that stuff being deflected right off of you because it is not yours. I mean, look at this purple rose inside of her. Like, that is so gorgeous. So embrace healthy relationships. You deserve a healthy relationship is what this is saying to me. Gorgeous. I love it. So now we have solar plexus energy going on here. And this card talks about perfect timing. Divine timing ordained by the angels is never too late or too early. So if you've tried something in the past and it hasn't worked, you also might have French in your background or Louisiana. I'm seeing these fleur-de-lis, and that's what that means to me. If you've tried something in the past and it hasn't worked out, the divine timing is coming for you. I'm really feeling like this coming week, the divine timing is there. Kind of like, there have been other protests in the past about police brutality. Like Rodney King comes to mind. The riots of the 60s come to mind. There have been other things that have happened, but for whatever reason, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and the other individuals this year who were killed due to police brutality, it was like a tipping point. So this is a tipping point for you. This week is a tipping point for you. This is the perfect timing for you to get your justice, to stop working so hard, to celebrate yourself, and to embrace your healthy relationships. Oh my gosh, I'm like so excited for you, and I have chills. So please let me know if you chose stack B. I would love to know if this resonates. And then the angel just moved. So green fluorite. I talked about carnelian. You might even want to get yourself some hematite. So I will leave links to all those below in the comments. Thank you so much for being here, Stack B. I'm really, really excited for you. Have a great week. Bye. Stack C, what's going on? I'm so excited for your reading. So let's jump in. If you chose this stack, you chose Snowflake Obsidian. This is such a cool stone, and it is black obsidian, a form of black obsidian. And when I see Snowflake Obsidian, I always think of support. This is a very comforting, supportive stone. I kind of remember it. There's a lot of stones, so if you try to remember the properties. Snowflake, I think of like the winter and being by like a warm campfire and having a blanket like wrapped around me and just having a cup of like warm tea or hot cocoa. That's what Snowflake Obsidian feels like. It's a very nurturing, loving, supportive stone. Also, black obsidian is very good for soaking up negative energies. Let's see what your cards say for this week. First up, Five of Raphael. So this is a Five of Cups. In traditional tarot, this shows a person with their back turned, and there's these cups that are turned over, and all of the liquid is spilled out except for one of them, I think. So with her, she doesn't like these presents. There's a present over here that she doesn't see. Oh no, she actually is looking at it, so that's good. And so it talks about everything happens for a reason, release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness, search for the silver lining. So the silver lining here is she's still got one more present to open. So I really feel like if you're in like a desperate state, or if you're feeling down, or if you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling regretful or sad or something like that, keep your head up, because this is a great card to start a reading with. A 5 is always about change. It's uncomfortable, but it's about change. So if this is your first card for the week, this is really good stuff. Okay, and like I said, so the 8 of Michael, but it's upside down, which is awesome, because this is a card of being in your head when it's right side up. It's like, you can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. This is kind of like being in your mind. It's like a self-imposed prison. You aren't seeing things clearly, and you're kind of going around and around and around in your head. Well, this is upside down, so you're not there. You're past that point. So these two cards together, this is fantastic. This means that something happened, you're going to see the silver lining, or you already do, and you're out of your head already. So that's great. So let's see what else. Okay, Six of Ariel. So this is fantastic too. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So this is gorgeous. I mean, we had the Justice card in the last one in Stack B, so you may want to check out Stack B as well. I mean, this is so pretty. Look at this rainbow aura. You can see there's like auras and orbs around here and all the light. It's like so gorgeous. This actually looks like, this reminds me of an eye. So I feel like you've got something or someone watching over you. You are definitely protected. This light pink here, or this pink color, I mean, that's all about the heart chakra. And this is about giving and receiving. So, you know, she's got plenty of apples to give, but she's also got plenty of apples. This is a good energy to be in. I would suggest that you spend some time in nature this week. Apples are coming up. Apples are, you know, harvest. So this is really positive. And your last card, gorgeous. Miracles out of mistakes. Use your mistakes to inspire and empower you to face brighter days ahead. So I'm immediately drawn to this. This is called an ammonite, and it's a spiral. So what I want to say about ammonite is it's a spiral, and in spirals, we may feel like we're repeating the same mistakes over and over again, and we can get really hard on ourselves. The really cool thing about a spiral is if you were to stretch it out, it actually, imagine like a spiral staircase. So if you were at the bottom of the spiral staircase, let's say that you walked up and then you stopped here and you looked down to the bottom. Even though you are technically in the same place, like vertically, you're not in the same place because you would be 2 flights higher or whatever the case is, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 flights higher. That is what the spiral is about. And I feel like you could be beating yourself up about something. That's what I'm getting from this pile. Something happened. You're beating yourself up about it because you're like, I should have learned this before. And the truth is, everybody makes mistakes. And besides that, I mean, I just heard earlier today, and it was such a great reminder, like, are we here to just, for everything to be perfect for us all the time? Are we here to just enjoy 100% happiness 24/7? Like, I mean, life would be pretty boring if that were the case. I feel like some people out there are going to be like, I love that. And I mean, maybe you would, but you know, it's like everything that we experience, and I've been through some really hard times, so I don't say this lightly. I do not say this lightly at all. But every single thing that we experience is actually building us. It's like, we're like this conglomerate of like everything that we've experienced. And so, you know, I've had some really tough times recently with family members, things that have been so deep and so painful. But it's like, I know that I've lived other lives with these people. And I know that these people are going to be in my life for an eternity, a literal eternity. Like, I'm talking millions of years. So when I step back and I look at the big picture like that, it makes things a little bit easier. And what you're being asked to do is look at, you know, use your mistakes to inspire and empower you to face brighter days ahead. So I feel like you're going to be getting a shift this coming week. And it might even not be a mistake that you just recently made. It could be a mistake from a long time ago that you're still holding over your head. You've got to let go. You've got to forgive yourself and free yourself. It's such a beautiful gift. And I know it's not easy. I've been working on forgiveness myself, and I've worked on it a lot. You know, I just see her here really like cradled up and just so peaceful. And I feel like if you can give that to yourself this week, that's one way that you can make a miracle out of a mistake. And I mean, a miracle can literally happen in any moment. You can experience a miracle. So I'm really being also called to this amethyst point for you. So I will put a link for this below if you do not have amethyst. This is often known as the sobriety stone, but you know, emotional sobriety as well. Emotional sobriety underlies all sobriety, all addictions. Our emotions or our thinking is out of whack. Drinking or using drugs or whatever it is that we're doing, you know, an eating addiction, a shopping addiction, whatever it is, it's just a symptom of a bigger problem. And the bigger problem is usually it starts with the thinking. So I feel like the amethyst will help you. It will also put you in a higher vibration, and it's for the crown chakra. So maybe taking some time this week to meditate and allow some of this divine wisdom and some of these divine messages to come through for you. But you're going to have a great week. You're going to see the blessings in the lessons. And there really is something good in every single thing that happens in our lives. So sometimes it can be hard to find it, but with time, over the passage of time, we all do make it through, and we do realize that, yes, this is true. So that is your reading, Stack C. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I really hope that you have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.